Hello and welcome back to the Ozaki Ice Center for game number 2 of tonight's action here between the Concordia Falcons and the visiting Lawrence Vikings. Game number 1, the Falcons, the women's team, lost to the visiting Bethel Royals 2-1, and the Falcons, the men's team, will look to avenge the loss with a win over their conference foe, the Lawrence Vikings. The Falcons come in at 8-4-2, 4-3 in conference, and 5-2-1 here at home. Lawrence comes in at 6-7-1, and coming off a big win last night against MSOE, a 3-1 victory over the 13th ranked Pirates. And the star of that game was Evan Klein, the goalkeeper. 39 saves for the man in goal. Lane King and Josh Copplinger netted 2 goals for Lawrence, and Lawrence looking to continue that momentum and beat the Falcons for the first time since January 8th of 2016. Lawrence got swept against the Falcons last year, 2 4-3 losses, one at home, one on the road. They tied on the 9th of 2016, and then they got a victory on January 8th. For the Falcons, they're looking to pick up the pace. They started the season 6-1. Since then, they're 2-3-2, and they have struggled in conference play, where Lawrence has gotten better since the conference season has started. Scoring-wise, they're outscoring opponents 25-19 in conference play, and their big shot disadvantage they've been outshot on the season by 120. Significantly lower in conference, only outshot by 17, so Lawrence played a tough non-conference schedule, and looks like it's paying off so far in terms of statistics on paper, and looking to translate that into wins as well. A good start against MSOE last night. The starters for the Falcons: Mac Ferner, Jack Romaniak is going to be in goal, Jim Pearson, Dante Hahn, Brett Garvey, Josh Adkins. And for Lawrence, you have Nick Felon, Matt Baranek, Austin Frank, Evan Klein in goal, Mikkel Yonk, and Jake Roper. And we'll take a pause here for the national anthem and be right back and ready to go for puck drop here at 7 o'clock. And we are ready to go here at the Ozaki Ice Center, just moments away from puck drop between the Concordia Falcons and the Lawrence Vikings. Game number 2 of our doubleheader. Game 1 tipped at 3, game 2 at 7. So a long break between the two games, but we're still ready to go. Still feeling fresh and ready. Lawrence looking to go to 7-7-1, looking to be 500 or better for the first time since they defeated Aurora in game number 3 of the season. They started off 2-1 and faltered a bit after that. The Falcons looking to get to 9-4 and 5-3 in conference and put them in a good spot in the NCHA. Both teams looking to go 5-3 in conference. The Falcons looking to avenge last night's loss to Marion. They lost 4-1. It was really more of a 2-1 loss. Those two games at the end, 2 goals at the end were both empty netters. The Falcons pulled Romagnac early, and the 2 empty netters made it 4-1. Kind of piled things on afterwards. Let's talk goalkeepers real quick. Romagnac, the junior goalie from Saskatchewan, this season a 1.16 goal against average, saving 94% of his shots in 207 minutes. He hasn't been the main goalie all year, though he does have the program record for wins. It's been Nick Malvin. Malvin, the 2.63 goals against average in his 600 minutes this year, but he's dealing with some injuries right now. Put him on the shelf. Puck drop, and here we go. The Falcons' Jim Pearson off to a hot start on the left side. Pearson fighting for it, looking for a centering pass. Spins around. Looks for some room, but Lawrence pokes it away. Pearson's still fighting for it. Down near the circle. He kicks back up top to Brett Garvey, I should say. Garvey dumps it down. Losing his stick is Josh Atkins, just playing with his skates, trying to kick the puck around. Eventually wheels out to Dante Hahn. Now Mac Ferner up top near the blue line. He loses it. Here comes Lawrence in transition, or at least trying, is Matt Baranek. A back line change for Lawrence, and they come in striking. Mikkel Yonk, a wrister one-timer. Romagnac, though, deflects it. Gets his first stop of the game. Some early action for Romagnac, but he turns it away. Ferner's centering pass tries to find Baker. Now near center ice, and here he comes. Barker throws one against the back wall. That one's tipped centering pass try for Eric Therrien off the rebound. And Braden Barker's a name we're going to hear a couple times tonight. A frequent on the blue line, and he's had a lot of success as of late. From Red Deer, Alberta, he's got 3 goals and 8 assists. Only 2 games all year with a negative plus-minus. He has been on the positive side of things for the Falcons all season. He's been a big part of their success. Eric Therrien with it, center ice, flips it up and get a back line change. He had a streak of 6 games with an assist or point. Broken last game against Marion. He has a point in 8 of his 11 games this season. Brumwell a shot on net. That one turned away by Evan Klein, his first save of the afternoon. Attacking is Lawrence, a shot on net from Jordan Belke. But it's stopped by Romagnac, and we'll have a puck freeze with 17:54 remaining in half number 1. Belke, 1 goal, 1 assist this season. His goal came on the 2nd of December against Finlandia. No goals last year in his freshman season, so the sophomore enjoying a considerably more amount of success in his sophomore campaign. 14 minutes in the penalty box and a -4, so still some room to improve. Here comes a face-off. Won by Lawrence. The left side. But the Falcons do poke it out and start going on offense. Brumwell right side with it. Fighting over it. Puck flies up in the air. Bounces off the glass and out of bounds. So we'll get another face-off near the blue line. With 17:38 on the clock. Coming on to take the face-off for the Falcons is Nick Guerra, the freshman. 4 goals on the season for Guerra. 3 shots last night against Marion. The freshman from Victoria, British Columbia. Actually, they're going to have Taylor Gauld take the face-off. So Gauld will take it, and he'll win it for his Falcons. Back to Switzer. Switzer tosses it up and back-to-back out of bounds, so Switzer sends it out. He's a sophomore from Swansea, Illinois. Big part of this defense. He's +3 on the season. A couple shots last night against Marion. Here comes a face-off. Gauld against Nick Phelan. And Phelan, 5 goals on the season. It's going to be a main part of the Lawrence attack tonight. Buck down to the back right corner. Falcons looking to center it. They can't quite. Now Gauld has it on his stick. Deflection, but it passes by the net. Right side with it. Guerra fighting over it. Now Gauld will fling it around the backboards. Gauld has it again. Deflects off his stick. Switzer has it near the blue line. And now a whistle and a stoppage of play. An offside call. The Falcons' frontliners will come back on. Hahn, Pearson, and Adkins. A trio that's done a lot of damage this year. Hahn with 14 points, Adkins with 13, and Pearson with 10. 3 of the only 4 players on this team with double-digit points. The other one is Braden Barker. Barker, the freshman. The other 3 sophomores, part of this incredible trio that came on last year, as well as Connor Hogue, who's had a bit disappointing season, the junior, but part of the trio that came on last year that led the Falcons to a lot of success. On offense, Lawrence giving a couple chances, a couple deflections, but Romagnoc able to turn them away. Lawrence battling in the left corner with it, trying to create some space on offense. Lane King had it on his stick for a minute and gives it back to Josh Copplinger. King searching for it behind net again, fighting with the Falcon defense. But Dante Hahn able to poke it out and get it up to Jim Pearson. Falcons trying to control in their defensive zone now, falling all over himself was Brett Garvey. Now Mac Ferner comes up on offense, flings a wrister on net and right into the glove of Evan Klein, and we'll get a stoppage of play. Just trying to get a line change in there, no offside. And we'll stop with 16 minutes. Falcons' second liners will come on. Connor Hogue, Adam Fashu. We mentioned Hogue, a bit of a disappointing season this year. Hogue only 2 goals and 2 assists in his 12 games. He is a -2. Last year had 10 goals and 5 assists. 7th most goals in a Falcon season in program history. And now following it up with a bit of a stinker, but looks to get back tonight. Adam Fashu tries to control behind net, just loses it now on the stick of Connor Hogue. Hogue up top with it. A wrister flung on net by Jared Pillay, but that one's turned away. Now Lawrence behind net. And they'll end up clearing it away, but an icing call. And that will set up a face-off on the other side of the ice. 15-16, a couple face-offs here. There are a lot of stoppages early on in this game. Brody Decker will take the face-off for the Falcons. He'll kick it out and get it to his man on the right side. Now Brumwell has it up top, flings it against the boards, tries to dump it down and get it to Travis Merritt. That one flings around the backboards. Merritt still fighting over, but it goes into the Lawrence possession. Nice takeaway by Luke McDermott. The Falcons do have it back on their sticks, and Brody Decker gave it a wrister right on net, but blocked away by the goalie Klein. Decker has it back. Another wrister blocked away again by Klein. That one pretty easy. Right 5-hole. Klein just closed his pads, but the Falcons not giving up on offense. Switzer, I should say, fired one off. It misses high and right. And now a steal by Lawrence. The Falcons not budging an inch on defense. It's a good defensive team, only averaging about 2.3 goals per game against. a tough team to score on, no matter if Romagnac or Malvin's in goal. And another puck that flies out of bounds. It's the third puck we've seen fly out of bounds in this game. Someone get the puck retrieval unit on. So we'll have a face-off right at center ice. Taylor Gauld against Jake Roper. And Roper, he's from Thiensville, Wisconsin, I should say. Goal, 3 assists in 14 games this year. Lawrence has behind their blue line. Now back into the Falcons' defensive zone. Asselman chasing it down. Asselman will fling it around back to Switzer. Right behind Romagnac and Nettie. Delivers a bad pass there. And when transition in between the blue lines, Lawrence swinging it around, trying to gain some possession, but instead just goes for a line change, and now a steal try, but Taylor Gauld ends up handling it, and Josh Adkins on the run on offense. Adkins up to Gauld, but Gauld gets it tipped away by a Lawrence defender. Here comes Lawrence on the other side, looking to answer. A nice move there by Matt Ferner defensively. And Ferner prevents any offensive maneuvering as he kicks that one away, and the Falcons take it again. Taylor Gauld up to Adkins. Adkins with Ferner to his right. Adkins looking for space, but he gets buried into the ice. Dante Hahn now has it on his stick. Getting fought off by a Lawrence defender. Now Adkins up top. Swinging around the circle. Ooh, try to find Dante Hahn streaking across the right side of it. A little bit too long for Hahn to handle. Now Ferner delivers a dribbler. Try to ricochet with Adkins working on the left side, but that one gets tipped away. 12:45 left in the first period, and Romagnac just kicked it off his stick back to Ferner. Ferner's standing behind net, waiting for things to set up. Now Jim Pearson on the right side couldn't handle a pass. Buckle goes skating by Evan Klein in goal and get called for an ice. Well, Mac Ferner's had a good start to the day, which is good for him. The sophomore has been struggling as of late. He's -6 in his last 6 games. Started the season +3 in his first 8, but even though he started tonight, he's been struggling as of recent. The Falcons need to get him back going. The sophomore is incredibly important to their defensive efforts. And Dante Hahn looking to win the face-off, and he does. Gets it to the stick of Brett Garvey. Swinging around the back of net. And a chance and a goal! Wow! A big steal in transition and an easy goal for Lawrence. A 2-on-1. Romagnac barely had a chance. He went top shelf on Romagnac and knocked home the first goal of the game. And Lawrence takes a 1-0 lead. And they're continuing their hot streak. They just knocked off 13th-ranked MSOE last night. And they have a lead on the 8-4-2 Falcons. Just 8 minutes into the first period of this one. Eric Tarian has it. Right side, Barker. Barker tries to put one on net. It skates, hits off the pad of Klein, and deflects away. And the goal was by number 9, Lane King. That's his 8th of the season, Lane King. Second now on the team in goals behind Copplinger. And now he's got 20 points on the season. So Lane King, Waunakee, Wisconsin, the senior, connects and gives Lawrence a 1-0 lead. Brumwell behind net for the Falcons. Up forward, a nice pass. His teammate Travis Merritt. Merritt working with Barker, and Barker a wrister that flung right of the net. Getting a glove on it was Evan Klein, and putting a freeze on it as well. At 11:21. And Decker will take the face-off for the Falcons. Brody Decker will go against Jake Roper. And Roper's going to win that face-off as Lawrence goes on the offensive. Jake Switzer looking to put a stop to it on defense. Him and Esselman Now a shot, a centering pass. Turned away by the Falcon defense. Brody Decker now with it, but stolen away by Roper. Lawrence trying to take advantage of that steal. Briscoe, but Briscoe got buried right into the wall. And here come the Falcons in transition. Trying to make something happen is Travis Merritt. And a penalty on Travis Merritt, trying to do a little bit too much. And he'll spend some time in the box after that maneuver. Still kind of grimacing in pain is Daniel Giese. So that's Travis Merritt's 6th penalty of the season. Maybe 12 total penalty minutes. He's got penalty minutes in now 5 of his last 10 games, so about 50% chance to be in the box in his last 10 games. His Falcon team has been racking up the penalty minutes seemingly all season. They have 187 penalty minutes, opponents just 165 against them. Power play goals. They've given up 7 this season. Scored only 4. As Romagnac gets a stop there. It was a boarding penalty. At 10:09, we'll get a puck freeze and a face-off. 1:39 left in the power play for Lawrence. Nick Phelan will take... Nick Phelan will try and win the face-off for his Lawrence Vikings against Adam Fichu of the Falcons. And Phelan does just that. Lawrence will control on offense and set up their power play. But Fichu gets a steal, and a big steal for Fichu. Him and Terrian working a 2-on-2. Terrian Arister right at Klein. Rebound try for Fichu, but he couldn't connect. And Lawrence, after that quick shorthanded scare by the Falcons, will regain and try and reset up their power play. Near the blue line. Daniel Giese has it. Flings it behind the Falcon net. Falcons do control, trying to clear it out, but Matt Montemurro stops it. Now charging in is Matt Baranek, but Baranek loses it, and it gets cleared out by the Falcons. Less than 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Lawrence, another try here to reset. They have it behind their own net, and Evan Klein right now. Their tackle led by Giese. Now Giese gives it off to Lane King. Now Lane King will leave it for Austin Frank, and Frank comes up the ice. Hands it to his left, and Zach Sadolino. Sadolino carving left, swinging around the back of the net, up top now. And Arister up top and a score! Austin Frank makes it 2-0 on the power play goal. From the blue line, a quick wrister just ripped one off. And it gives Lawrence a 2-0 lead early. Just 11 minutes into this game, and the Lawrence team that has been playing excellent hockey as of late continues that trend going. In their last 4 periods of hockey, they've outscored a combined Falcon and MSOE team 5-1. The Falcons are reeling. Romagnac, who's only given up 4 goals all season, just gave up half of that in under 12 minutes. Oh, 8:45 left in period number 1. And Lawrence again here, a takeaway in transition. They got a 2-on-2 chance and a try. Zach Briscoe put one near net, but Romagnac put a stop to that one. Jim Pearson has it up the right side for the Falcons. 3-on-3. Pearson using his speed. Tries to dip it to Adkins. Can't quite get it there. Adkins now flings it back up top to Esselman. Esselman flings it around. But the Falcons lose it and goes off to their side of the ice. Adkins. Now back to Esselman. Up to Dante Hahn for the center, but Dante Hahn outmanned, and Lawrence, their attack will restart. Dante Hahn able to poke it back away and get control back on his stick. Now to Switzer. Line change for the Falcons, a big one. Puck near center ice, Guerra. Guerra trying to make a move, hanging on his right. Tried to swing it back to his left, but Klein and the defender saw right through it. And now we got a bit of a scrum near the back wall. It's 7:32. We'll get a stoppage in play. And buried onto the ice is Braden Barker. So they'll help him up, and we'll get a face-off. It's 7:32. Ferner, Guerra, Gold. Garvey and Gainey all on the ice for the Falcons. They need to score here desperately. Guerra in front of net. Got it off to Gainey, who had a chance to tip one in, but stopped by Klein of the defense. Falcons trying to respond with some big hits near the wall. Gold couldn't get a stick on that one. Puck flings behind net. Now Lawrence another takeaway. Here they come behind net, trying to make some room. Falcon defense stout, but now a whistle and some shoves after the play as well. Things getting kind of hostile between these two teams. They're conference rivals, so to be expected. And line changes for both sides. Waiting on a word of a possible penalty here. I heard a whistle in the corner, but looks like they'll just let him play on. No penalties assessed. And we're going to face off here near the blue line. Faucheux will go against Danny Toyson. And Faucheux wins a face-off for his Falcons. Back to Barker. Up to Terrian. Nice spin-around pass by Terrian. Connor Hogue. Adam Faucheux working together. Hogue trying to use his speed to cut in there. But can't quite, now has to give it back out to Faucheux. Now up top. Up to Pillay. Hogue has it right side. Terrian gets shoved right into the ice, and a penalty. Oh, Terrian penalized. I should say Matt Montemurro, the guilty party. Montemurro, a senior. 12 penalty minutes now on the year, his sixth penalty. -3 on the season, 1 goal and 3 assists, and he'll give the Falcons a chance to get things back to a 1-goal game. Dante Hahn, a crucial face-off, and he does win it. Jim Pearson on the right side. Dumps it down to Adkins. Adkins up to Garvey. Garvey now right side. Pearson. Pearson trying to center. That one tips around off a couple of sticks, but ends up finding the glove of the trustworthy Evan Klein for a frozen puck. Klein, over his last almost 3 periods of hockey, has only given up 1 goal. Or almost 4, I should say. Garvey has it, now Pearson. Up top, shot, Ferner, too high. Pearson right side with it. Pearson trying to find Dante Hahn. Swings around the backboards. Hahn eventually does get it on his stick. Back up top to Ferner. Ferner, Hahn left side. Now back up top, Ferner at the blue line. Swinging around to Pearson. Pearson, Adkins. Looking for something with Dante Hahn. Hahn gets it on his stick after a rebound chance. Can't get a shot off. Now Garvey, right side Pearson. Adkins, back up top to Garvey at the blue line. Swings it to Ferner. 51 seconds left in the power play. Ferner throws one on with a wrister. Couldn't get the deflection he wanted. Now Pearson, here's a chance, center. Loses it, almost lost his balance as well. Ferner now cutting in. Ferner to 30 seconds left on the power play, and Lawrence looking to clear this one out. And they do. Romagnoc has it behind net. Falcons one more good chance at this one if they can get it across center ice. Barker does have it. No offside call. That's waved off. 13 seconds. That's going to be about it. And the Falcons now looking to dissuade any shorthanded chances. As Lawrence threatening a little bit here in transition. But now a shot, a deflection off the stick of Matt Meininger hits the roof of the Ozaki Ice Center and will get a stoppage of play and a face-off with 4:27 remaining in period number one, with Lawrence taking a 2-0 lead off of 2 goals from Lane King, 9 goals on the season, and 21 total points for King. Technically 2 seconds left in the power play. After that face-off, that's going to be absolved as Romagnoc freezes another puck, and that was about 2 full seconds right there. So power play is over. We'll have full strength for this next face-off. On the ice for the Falcons, Gauld to take the face-off. Lawrence, a chance. And that was Austin Frank who just wristed one onto net. And Romagnoc, a tough stop, kind of a blind eye that time. But he ends up covering it and now getting looked at by the officials, kind of taking his mask off. And did he get a puck stuck in his glove, or I'm not sure what went on there, but Romagnoc seems to be all right. Everything seems to be in order. And we get another face-off. Again a shot, that time by Austin Frank, and Frank has been threatening a lot of the face-offs. 2 shots that had a good chance for Frank. Neither of them could fall. Another chance in front of the net, this time for Jordan Belke. A lot of chances for Lawrence so far in period number one. And here comes Lawrence again. That'll be a goal. It's waved off. And now a fight. Almost getting aggressive. Jordan Belke, after his goal was waved off. Maybe they hit Romagnoc or the net got dislodged before that one went through. But they're waving off the Belke goal. They're going to look at it, though. Oh, they're saying it's waved off officially. Okay, waved off. And Belke not happy, rightfully so. He just lost his second goal of the season. The second of his career as well. I'm guessing Romagnoc might have gotten hit before that shot was attempted, or the net was dislodged. I'm not sure. But Romagnoc ended that play on his back, and the net ended up dislodged off the left post. 3:30 left in period number one. Falcons down 2-0, looking to make it a 1-goal deficit before the period break. Right side, Decker. Trying to create some space, trying to get the puck out of there. Decker with Brumwell. Decker ends up flat down on the ice, and Lawrence ends up with the puck. Here comes Lawrence, a 2-on-2 opportunity. Romagnoc, another big stop. That time the shot was by Jacob Doberstein. On the right side, fired a one-timer right at Romagnoc, but he corralled it right there in the corner. Nestled up right against the pipe. Doberstein, 1 goal this year was against Finlandia on the 2nd of December. 3:05 remaining in the period. Time ticking away, and the Falcons will get some momentum back right off the faceoff. They've been so deadly tonight. Lawrence gets another shot off. It was Lane King trying for a hat trick. But his shot goes wide right. King again threatening, but that pass gets deflected. Passing lane by Josh Adkins. Dante Hahn near the Falcons bench. Goes behind his net. Pearson passes one up near the center line and now dumping it off with Josh Copplinger. into the Falcons' defensive zone. Puck flings around the boards. Pearson has it up top. Up to Dante Hahn, center ice. Hahn taking his time. Nice stick moves there for Hahn. Swings around the back of the net, looks for a hole. Can't quite find one. Up to Ferner near the blue line. Ferner thought about it, passed one up. A wrister that tried to deflect and bounce in, but Lawrence corrals it. And here comes Lawrence on the left side, stopping in his tracks. Nick Phelan. He ends up turning it back over to the Falcons, but Phelan gets it right back from Hahn. Here comes Phelan. Some fancy stick work, a wrister, one time right on to Romagnac, but Romagnac able to sweep it up into his glove and sit on it for a frozen puck at 2:02. A nice stretch there for Nick Phelan, a junior from Highlands Village, Texas. 5 goals, 12 assists on the season. Started 9 of 14 games, goals in 5 games. Hasn't had a goal in his last 6 games, though. But he has points in 11 of his 14 games, including 5 games with double-digit points. So he is a top-tier scorer on this team. Third on the team in points with 17. Lawrence threatening again, but Barker turns him away. 1:47 left in the first period. The Falcons in their offensive zone. Taylor Gould can't quite corral that puck, so now back to Lawrence. Ooh, buried into the side was Matt Baronick. Baronick's got to be feeling that one. We got a broken stick on the ice as well. One Falcon playing without a stick. It's Taylor Gould. So a temporary 5-on-4 here as we wait. Now Anna Fashue climbs onto the ice. Fashue immediately picks that one up and dumps it off for a bigger line change by the Falcons. Now Tarian has it on his stick. A nice steal in transition. Fashue, who could have worked with Connor Hogue there, but ends up getting an offside because he tripped up on the pass and tried to fling around, and he crossed the blue line before the puck did. So 1:14 will have a face-off right where Fashue went offside. Hogue comforting his teammate Fashue after that mistake. Could have been a 2-on-1 with Hogue and Fashue. Those guys, good scorers. Fashue wins the face-off for his Falcons. Switzer gets it, and Esselman dumps it down. Puck flings around the backboards. Esselman trying to win it, but it goes back to the Lawrence Vikings. Switzer up top with it. Switzer flings around the backboards for Fashue. Fashue trying to gain position. Chance in front of net. Tarian tried to finish it, but he just couldn't. 50 seconds. That might have been the best chance the Falcons have had the entire period. 40 seconds remaining. Tarian kicks it back to Switzer. Lawrence, steal and score! Lane King with a hat trick in the first period. Have a day, Lane King. Lawrence, a steal and a quick score. Romagnac gets beat again. He came into this game 4 goals, giving up all season, saving 94% of his shots. And just like that, he's given up 3 to the same guy, Lane King. He's got points in 10 of the 14 games he's played this season. 6 games with double-digit points. 2 points, I should say.
Scored by number 9, Lane King, assisted on the goal. Number 22, Luke McDermott.
21 seconds, get another stoppage. And a penalty. Penalty is going to have Mikkel Yonk. Originally from Vienna, Austria, Mikkel Yonk. Couple goals, couple assists this season. So that penalty will stretch into the next period for the Falcons. They got 21 seconds of it right now, 140 of it when they come back. Face-off immediately won by Lawrence, and Falcons will be forced to clear out. Atkins right side, wrister right on net. Tipped away by Klein. Atkins trying for a rebound after a Jim Pearson shot on net, but that puck is eventually cleared out. That'll do it for period number 1. Lawrence, a commanding lead, 3-0 as we head into the break. The Falcons will look to take their penalty that they have, or at least 1 minute and 39 seconds of it, has some momentum into period number 2 and see if they can come back, but a rough first period for the Falcons, who have been 2-3-2 in their last 7 games. looking to regain some momentum as they come back for half number 2. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to period number 2 of Concordia Falcon hockey action here at the Ozaki Ice Center. The Falcons taking on the visiting Lawrence Vikings. The bad news, the Falcons are down 3-0. The good news, we see a hat trick at least. Lane King credited with all 3 goals, though there is some controversy surrounding goal number 2. Some people think it might have been Austin Frank. Some people might have thought it might have been Lane King. Right now we're going to go with Lane King. Originally, I called it as Frank. It was recorded as King. But right now, Lane has a hat trick. And the Falcons are down 3-0 to the Lawrence Vikings in a critical NCHA game. That would move the Falcons, if they lose this game, to 4-4, and it would improve the Vikings to 5-3. And to 7-7 and 1 overall. Rister up top that time for the Falcons, but deflected away and a puck into the crowd. The Rister came off of Braden Barker. We talked about Braden Barker in the first period. 3 goals, 8 assists this year. An incredibly positive player. Only 1 game in negative plus-minus. Had a game of 6 straight assists. 6 games with an assist or a point. Before he broke it yesterday against Marion. Pillay up top with it. Rister deflects off a few, including his own teammate Taylor Gauld. Play now still has it near the blue line, got the rebound. Flings it to his right side. Remember, the Falcons are in the power play. They got 54 seconds left of that. It was a penalty late at 20 seconds left in period number 1. And Gauld up the left side of the ice using some speed. Gauld looking to center, trying to find Atkins, cannot. Atkins now has it near the left circle. Pearson with it on his stick. Over to Atkins. Ferner now up top to the blue line. Down to Pearson. Pearson dumps it down. Now a centering pass and a try. Atkins, no. Gets turned away by Klein. 18:30. And 9 seconds left in the power play. That will tick away. As the Falcons fail to score on another power play. Ferner dumps it down behind the net. The Falcons continue their struggles in the power play. Just 13% on all power plays. 71st nationally. Not too good for the Falcons. Power play prospects. Pearson in transition gets it taken away. Nick Phelan. Phelan fighting with Brett Garvey. Trying to win the puck behind the Falcons' net. Pearson trying to clear it out of there. Atkins up to Dante Hahn. Don has some space. Here comes Hahn. A one-timer. Rebound chance. And a great save for Klein. Mac Ferner had a wide open net, and Klein took it away from him. Trying to answer on the other side is Lawrence. Baranek, a shot on the right side, turned away. Falcons with another chance. Again. But Adam Fashew's wrister deflects off Klein and goes out of bounds. Wow, that was the save of the game. Evan Klein. Now, Ferner didn't put it in the best spot, but Klein with a heck of a diving stab to turn that one away. All he had to do was go top shelf. Couldn't quite control it enough, but wow. Klein. Excellent play. Switzer from the blue line. Skips right to the right of the net. Anna Fashew has it. Gives it back to Switzer. Switzer pass tipped and gets to Esselman. Here's a chance for Fashew again, but his shot goes wild and crazy high. And out of play. Not much control on that shot for Fashew. Trying to get some speed behind it. Ends up flicking it too high. 17:04 remaining in period number 2. Falcons still trail 3-0, though they've had a few chances here offensively. They have looked better offensively in this period. They're not a high-scoring team on the season. 42 goals, as that one goes out of bounds as well. They've scored just under 3 goals per game, which is solid in this conference with how difficult opponents are on a nightly basis. But they need to score above their average on the season to come back and win this game. Last time they scored 3 goals in a win was against Bethel, and that was 10 games ago. They scored 4 in a tie against UW Stout, but since then they scored 1-4, 1-3, 2-3, 2, and then 5. So they haven't even scored 3 or more than 3 often in their last 10 games. Esselman throws one on net, and Klein stops that easily. And we got a frozen puck and a face-off. Esselman, a freshman defender from Wisconsin Rapids, has been +2 this year. And got a goal against Northland on the 11th of November. His first goal of his collegiate career. Play gets checked hard into the boards. His pass goes up to the goalie, Klein. And now a shot from the Falcons' right side, deflects off of Klein's pad and ricochets off the boards. Merritt center ice. Gets tipped back to the Falcons in play. Now Decker fighting for it between the blue lines here. Puck switching sides. Decker flings it forward. Now onto the stick of Lawrence. The Falcons win it right back. Still back and forth. Both teams looking for possession. The Falcons end up flinging it to the other side and get a big line change. Just a zone dump. Gold fighting mid-ice. Now the Falcons have some chance here. And a delayed penalty. That's going to go against Lawrence. And it will be against Jordan Belke. Belke had the goal waved off earlier, so he's already steamed, and now he's going to find himself in the box. The official ruling, we believe, on that goal being waved off was the net was dislodged before the goal crossed the line. So 2 minutes, a power play for a slash. The Falcons another power play chance. They had a minute 40 of power play earlier in this period. They'll have 2 minutes here. A centering pass from behind the net tried, but that one ended up just being a turnover. Here's a shorthanded chance for Lawrence. On the right side of things. And doing a good job of wasting time here, Lawrence, but maybe that cost them. Here's a 3-on-2. Taylor Gold, right side, gives it up to his teammate. A shot on net, now some housekeeping to do in front of the net. Lawrence does clear it out. Shot goes to Barker. Garvey now with it left side. Garvey dumps it down to Gainey. Puck swings around to Gold, up top to Ferner. Ferner, right side to Gold. Gold slides one across the ice. That one deflected away. Now Gold trying to clean it up and get a rebound, but can't. And finds the stick of Guerra. Guerra to Garvey. Right side now back to Guerra. Guerra loses it. Now up to Adkins. Adkins trying to center it for Garvey. Just can't quite connect. Now back up top to Ferner. Ferner left side, Garvey. Garvey down to Adkins. Adkins swings up trying to create some space. Right side now to Ferner. Ferner a couple stick maneuvers, but a shot gets deflected away. Pearson in front of net now swings back and takes it in right side of the circle. Pearson with some space, centers for Hahn. Hahn tries to cross in there, cannot. Now the puck goes flying. And with about 10 or so seconds left in this power play, that's going to do it for the Falcons. And they failed twice in the same period on a power play against the defensively tough Vikings. Falcons still threatening on offense, though do not have a man advantage anymore. Adkins, but now turned over. Lawrence 2-on-2. And now a scrum near the bench. Two guys on top of each other. Esselman and Copplinger got into it there. And Copplinger asking the ref, what's going on here? This guy was on top of me. No penalty. We will get a stoppage in play, though, as Romaniuk throws a puck. We're going to face off the Falcons' defensive zone with 12:52 remaining in period number 2. Adam Fashut tries to win a face-off for his Falcons, and he does so off the stick of Switzer. Now up to Eric Therrien, best beard in the business, coming up the left side. Therrien shot goes wild and far right. Esselman now up to Fashut. Fashut couldn't get a stick on it. Trying to gain some traction as Lawrence. Romaniuk came out of net there, no threat though. Right side with a couple sticks, fighting over the puck. Swings over behind the Falcon net to Esselman. 12:25 remaining in period number 1. Therrien has it on his stick. Now up to Connor Hogue. Hogue trying to create some space on the left side. Centers for Fashut. Fashut twirling, tries to get a shot off. Now a rebound chance. Falcons can't get that one either. It was Therrien on a rebound chance on the right side, but to no avail. Now Switzer and Center Ice trying to make something happen. Lawrence instead gets it on their sticks. Here comes Lawrence. That one deflected away by Esselman. It was a shot by Matt Baranek. Baranek again. Deflects off the leg of Switzer. Now Brumwell. Brumwell forward to Decker. Decker left side, Merritt. Merritt, a couple back and forth. He got a one chance. Oh! Merritt had a one-on-one with the goalie. But Klein shuts him down again. That's two great chances, one for Ferner, one for Merritt. Both turned away by Evan Klein. Keeps his clean sheet with 11:40 left in period number 2. And Klein, who had a great game, 39 saves against MSOE, continues his hot stretch. Incredible stuff from Klein in his last 4.5 periods of play. Pillay left side. A long pass, no ice. Lane King trying for goal number 4. Pass goes wide. Gainey has it on his stick. Puck goes rattling across the backboards. Lane King again turns that one over. Falcons and Gainey. Gainey trying to get it right side to Fashut, or I should say Braden Barker. Now Gainey has it again near the Falcon bench. Working with Guerra, but Guerra loses it. And here comes Lawrence. 3-on-1, not much of a chance here. They will get a line change. Now the Falcons maybe with something to work with. Decker crosses the blue line. But again, swarmed by Lawrence on a Falcon line change as well. Behind, sweeping across, rebound chance, score! Brody Decker! 3-1 Falcons! The senior from Dousman connects and gets the Falcons on the board and finally past the brick wall of Evan Klein. His second goal of the season. Last goal against Scholastica on the 10th of November. Decker comes up big in a crucial conference match. 10:30 remaining in period number 2. The Falcons down now 2 goals, and now a game that feels much more obtainable. But Lawrence, here they come. 1-on-1. Stopped by Romaniuk. Rebound chance. Tossed away. There's a good chance there for Danny Toyson. But Romaniuk stuck his right pad right in front of the net and turned away Toyson. 10 minutes remaining in period number 2. Ferner Garvey. Pearson now has it on the left side. Tripped up. Delayed penalty. Falcon power play. Pearson was tripped. And into the box goes Danny Toyson. Toyson, a freshman from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. 10 games, couple shots on goal. This will be his 7th and 8th minutes in the penalty box this season. He's +0. Falcons another chance. Their power play unit, they've struggled all year. this would be a big one. Make it a one-score game.
Mark in the second period on number 12, Danny Toyson. 2 minutes for a trip.
Long shot. Romagnoc gets in front of it, gets out of his net, clears it away. Now Gauld, 3-on-3. He's on the right side. He's got Gainey center. Gauld tries, but knocked away. Good defense by Lawrence. Gainey a rebound, tries to spin around and get one on net. That one's blocked away by Lawrence as well. 1:26 left in the power play. The Falcons haven't done much yet. Here comes Barker. Barker up the right side against the backboard. Slides it. Klein gets out of his net. Klein needs to get back into net. Adkins giving it chase. Almost got a chance there. Up to Pearson. Pearson against the boards. Down to Dante Hahn. That one ricochets back into the Falcon defensive zone. Ferner has it. Up to Hahn. 56 seconds left in the power play. Hahn now right side to Adkins. Adkins looking to center instead. Tosses it back up top. Has it right side. Gainey. Shot gloved. Klein. Huge save. As Garvey comes up empty off the wrister from the blue line. 41 seconds left in the power play. 8:32 left in period number 2. Falcons down 3-1 to Lawrence. Garvey with it center ice, prevented a clear, and now just throws it out. Yikes. His teammates hang their heads. A bad gaff by Garvey with 27 seconds left in the power play. And there'll be a face-off at center ice. Falcons still have a man advantage. But this power play has not turned into much for them. Actually, the face-off will be near the blue line of Lawrence. Dante Hahn will try and win it for his Falcons. And he cannot as Lawrence gets it, tries to clear. Does so to the back blue line. Esselman has it, 20 seconds left in the power play. One last chance here for the Falcons. Switzer to Hahn, but the pass is incompleted. Esselman does get a rebound pass, tries to spin around and get it forward, but couldn't make much of it. Cleared away finally, and that'll end that power play for good pretty much. 3 seconds left in it when we got a whistle on an ice. So the Falcons will get the puck, or at least a chance for the puck, and a face-off in their offensive zone here, but the power play pretty much gone as Toyson has 3 seconds left in his penalty. His trip of Jim Pearson. Foshu will try for the face-off win, and we got a whistle on the face-off. We're going to redo. Officials discussing here very quickly. By the way, the numbers in the first period. Lawrence got off 15 shots. The Falcons got off 21. 14 saves by Romagnoc.
Lawrence returns to full strength.
Pillay bounces one against the backboards. Tarian! A rebound try just goes too high. Foshu has it behind the Falcon net. He loses it off his stick. It swings around the backboards. Lawrence now has it. And a steal in transition. Nice move by Barker. Barker crosses the blue line but loses it back again. Lawrence has a 2-on-2. Ooh, nice pass. Interception there by Foshu to cut off a scoring chance for Lawrence. And he clears it away. So again in transition, Tarian in the one offsides. Offsides penalty on Tarian. He tried his best to stay on sides. He threw it at the net. And we'll get a face-off right by the blue line. Puck drop. Decker tries to win it for his Falcons. And he cannot as Lawrence comes up with it. Luke McDermott throws one on net. Romagnoc stops it with both of his hands and sits on it. And McDermott collides with Romagnoc. He went in head first like a bull And he knocked Romagnac, and refs have to separate a few players here. The Falcons coming to defend their goalie. Rightfully so. Don't believe any penalties are being given out here, though Switzer is skating towards the bench like something's up. And he's going to head into the box. Yeah, he will. And right now, only a Falcon in the box. No word on whether it was a fighting penalty. Officials still discussing, but right now it looks like it might be a disadvantage for the Falcons. I'm not sure. Talking with officials right now is Austin Frank, another player involved in that skirmish. And Frank will just head to the bench. Travis Merritt talking with officials as well. Now Frank skates right by that huddle again. The head official still talking to the bench. 7:03 left. We have this stoppage in play. And the door is open, and Switzer will come out of the box. So Switzer is leaning out of the box, and he's back onto the ice. So the penalty is apparently being waived. Right now it says Switzer has 5 minutes, a major. But now he's being led out of the box. And it looks like he's being led towards the benches. He's being led out of the game. He's been ejected. So Switzer has been ejected from the game. A 5-minute major penalty. Gainey will head to the box to serve his 5 minutes, but Switzer's done for the day. Wow. So a 5-minute power play for Lawrence, who's up 3-1. Ooh, Lane King almost had a chance there to make it goal number 4. It's a headbutt on Switzer. That's what they're going to call it. Game misconduct, a headbutt. And now a penalty. A whistle on Lawrence. Matt Montemurro will head back to the box the second time he's been there today. So it'll be 2 minutes here, so we'll have a 4-on-4 game for 2 minutes, and then the Falcons will have a 2-minute, 30-second penalty to kill after that, the rest of Switzer's. 6:25 remaining in this period. Interference penalty. Some fast-paced hockey here for the next 2 minutes. Barker fighting for it. Trying to get it out to Fashue. Fashue tries to kick it away. Now has it on his stick. Therrien. Therrien up the middle. Wrist one on net. Klein gets a stop. Fashue almost had a rebound chance, but couldn't get his puck or stick on it. Up the ice, Satolino. Now up to Copplinger. Copplinger wrists one on. Glove save by Romagnac. 1 minute left. And the Lawrence penalty. 3.5 left in the Falcon one. Gold right side. Up to Guerra. Swings left of the net. Gold now fighting for it near the wall. Guerra gets flattened. Gold looking for it, but it goes onto the stick of Thomas Vesely. Falcons do get it back. Taylor Gauld. But Gauld buried back into the ice. Vesely has it back on his stick. 23 seconds left on the Lawrence penalty. Here comes Austin Frank. Frank up the middle. Frank against 4 Falcon defenders, and his pass just goes nowhere. Stopped by Esselman and Decker. Here comes Decker. 9 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Decker flings one up, ricochets out of bounds. 4:38 left in the period. 5 seconds left in the Lawrence penalty. 2:35 left in the Falcon penalty. Switzer led into the locker room for a 5-minute major penalty where he was caught headbutting a Lawrence player, but this was after a Lawrence player went skating right into Romagnac's head. So some goalie defense is what I would call that. They're calling it an ejection. I didn't see, I guess, the ferocity of the penalty. Maybe I missed something that was a bit more aggressive up close. I'm not discounting the officials. The Lawrence penalty is clear. The Falcons have 2 more minutes in their penalty, 4 minutes left in the period. Shot on the right side deflects off the back side of the net. It came from Mikkel Junk. And the Falcons a shorthanded chance. Brody Decker. Here he comes. A one-on-one chance. But Klein a glove save. Klein his 3rd big save of the game. 1 on Ferner, 1 on Merritt, and now 1 on Decker. And it's kept Lawrence in a steady and commanding lead of this game. Big stop after big stop for Evan Klein, the sophomore from Freeland, Michigan, with a 2.91 goals against average on the season, saving 91% of the shots against him. Klein has been fantastic, coming off a win against 13th-ranked MSOE last night in their building. He's coming into the Falcons building and doing just about the same thing. 1:44 left in the Falcons penalty. 3:43 left in the period. Pillay behind the Falcons net, whips it around the backboards. Nice defensive play there for the Falcons and Eric Terry to prevent a good shot on goal. Now Terry with a nice pass to Adam Fashut. Up the ice for Shue. He's got Pillay centered. Now just stops and fires a wrister right at Klein. Deflects off of Klein and out of bounds. 1:09 left in the period. In the penalty. 3:12 left in the period. We'll get a massive line change for both sides as they prepare for their final charge here in the power play. The Falcons have done a nice job holding their own in this 5-minute major penalty. 2 of that was taken up by a 4-on-4, but it really hasn't felt like Lawrence has had too much of a power play in this segment. And Garvey flings it back to Decker. Lawrence looks like they're going to gain command here with 1 minute left in their power play. A bad pass, and they're going to have to reset. Left side. Lawrence charging in now, a scrum in the right corner. Phelan and Baranek going at it for Lawrence against a couple of Falcons. Now a puck flies up and hits the roof. So we'll get a stoppage with 28 seconds left. 2:31 in the period, 28 seconds left in the 5-minute major on Switzer. Face off with Lane King. Adam Fashut wins it. A big win for the Falcons, but King fights for it right back and gets it back to his teammates on the blue line. Now Lane King has it. Flings it to Montemurro. But Tarian takes it away and dumps it off. And now giving it chase is Barker, who almost had a chance there to a shot on net. Now Fashut in transition takes one away. The Falcons being difficult here in the last couple of minutes, trying to generate some scoring offense and maybe a chance here as well, but now an offside warning. Barker just has to dump it. 1:54 remaining in the period. Falcons kill the 5-minute major. Mikkel Yonkin offside. And we're going to face off right by the Falcon blue line. .142 in the period. Dante Hahn against Phelan. Esselman has it on his stick. Knocks it forward. Having control is Lawrence in their own defensive zone. And back in fourth play. Garvey, but now Lawrence has a chance. 3-on-2. They turn around and set things up. Menninger right side. Dumps it down. Adkins looking to clear it out for the Falcons. Gets it up to Jim Pearson. Great move by Pearson. A juke move. Some Le'Veon Bell stuff going on out there by Pearson. Now 2 on the ice. Gets caught up in Pearson's stick. Pearson shoved one of them. Dante Hahn flings one to the opposite side. Dumps it down. Garvey and Pearson. Garvey flings a shot. Goes well wide. Now Taylor Gall will try and control. Gall up to Esselman. 50 seconds remaining in the period. Off the wall. Garvey catches. Now Garvey dumps. Guerra knocks down a pass center, but now a chance, a one-on-one try. And they go sliding in, rebound. Delayed penalty. Phelan had a one-on-one chance. He got tripped up and taken out. And it's going to be on on Garvey. Two minutes. Tripping. And now a scrum in the back right corner. This is getting physical and aggressive. Already had one disqualification in this game. 12 seconds left after a frozen puck. So when they come back, Lawrence will have about 32 seconds. Minute and 32 seconds left of power play if they don't score in these next 12. Not on their side of the ice right now, so it doesn't look likely. And Decker with it near center ice. And he wins a face-off. Decker with a chance, trying to center. Does! Barker! Oh! Goal! A huge score for the Falcons! Connor Hogue! Connor Hogue, the junior, his third goal of the year. Only had 1 point since December 1st. Been struggling as of late, struggling this whole season. Coming off a 15-point, 10-goal season last year. Only 2 to this point. Connects on a huge one, shorthanded, with just seconds left in period number 2. 4 seconds left. Shorthanded. Hogue gets it done. And now a double penalty in the center of the ice. Decker and Danny Toyson were both given penalties with 0.8 seconds left. This has been a wild game. And it's only a 1-goal game. As much as Lawrence took advantage of the first period, the Falcons, in some backwards way, dealing with an ejection, a 5-minute major penalty. Score a shorthanded goal. And both teams will go to the locker room shaking their heads, angry, aggressive, wondering what's going on and wanting to win a hockey game. An incredible 2 periods of hockey here at the Ozaki Ice Center. And the third can only get better. Incredible. Do not go anywhere. We have about 3 penalties right now, head into the locker room. We'll see what's going on when we get back. We'll try and figure it all out. Be back in about 15 minutes. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back to the Ozaki Ice Center for period number 3 of action between the Concordia Falcons and the Lawrence Vikings. As Saturday night hockey action, and it has been all it was billed to be. In the first period, Lawrence, they gained a 3-0 lead, and the Falcons looked almost hopeless, but a crazy amount of penalties, including a Switzer ejection. A shorthanded goal for the Falcons. And another goal made it 3-2. We have 3 guys in the box right now. We have 20 minutes to play in a 1-score game. This is going to be a crazy finish. A minute 30 of power play here for Lawrence. 5-on-4. We have 2 players in the box, including 2 Falcon defenders in the box, including Switzer ejected. So 3 Falcon defenders are not available currently. So a lot of time we dedicated to Barker, Esselman, and Brumwell. Not too many defenders left on the depth chart if you take 3 away. 43 seconds left in the power play. Lawrence has yet to get anything really going. They have it with Vesely. And now over to Montemurro. Montemurro ropes it around the backboards. Gets it off to Phelan. Back up top to Montemurro. Falcons and Brumwell clearing out. Nice play by Brumwell. 18 seconds left in the power play. And the puck just kind of dribbling about in the defensive zone of Lawrence. 6 seconds left. Pearson does a nice job of clearing it. Dante Hahn trying to get a steal. Almost gets his stick on it. And it can't quite. Power play is done. We still have 2 players in the box, but those penalties will cancel each other out. So there's 2 players currently unavailable. Pearson with Hahn. Hahn trying to work it back. Steal by Lawrence, but right back under the stick of Josh Atkins. Here comes Atkins up the left side. He's got Pearson and Hahn to work with. Pushed against the boards and taken away from him. Menninger fighting with it. Hahn and Pearson. Puck pokes out onto the stick now of Zach Satolino. Puck goes sky high. Pillay has it on his stick now. 17:47. Atkins has it behind net. The Falcons need 1 to tie. Falcons women's team lost by 1 earlier today. The Falcon men's team trying to not suffer the same fate. That one thrown on net by Nikiera and frozen by Evan Klein, a Lawrence goalie. For the game, the Falcons have attempted 48 shots. Lawrence with 31. The Falcons have had, Evan Klein just collected his 38th save of the game. The 28th save of the game. After that one. In transition, here comes Lawrence. Pass just under the stick of McDermott and goes back to the Falcons in their defensive zone. Klein with it behind net, scoops it along. Up to McDermott. McDermott trying to go to the other side of the ice. That one gets deflected, but still finds Roper. Roper dumps it down. Pillay looking for it. Him and Gauld fighting. Falcons end up with the puck. Here comes Barker. 2-on-2 with Guerra. Barker got space! Rebound try for Guerra, no good either. Stick on the ice. Cleaned up. Garvey's shot goes too high. Fashu and 2 players collided hard. It's Tarian and 1 player down. Looks to be in pain for Lawrence. Fashu sitting up. He looks to be all right. Tarian getting up, rising to his feet. He's on 1 skate right now, but One player for Lawrence down on the ice hard. Looks to be McDermott, a senior from Alden, Michigan. 11 games this year. 1 goal on 8 shots. Rises to his feet to the applause of the fans, but barely risen. He spent 25 minutes in the penalty box. He's been a +2. His goal was against River Falls on the 8th. He'll head back into the locker room. Hopefully he's all right. And it's 16-22. Left to play, we'll have a face-off. Fichu for the Falcons looks to get the face-off win, but cannot. And Lawrence has it. Esselman in the Falcons' defensive zone, looking to corral the puck. Now up against the wall, Fichu fights forward. Lawrence trying to get some position. They almost do, but nicely intercepted there by Garvey. No, a shot that went under a couple players, and Romaniuk had to make a tough stop, but does. Now Fichu one-on-one. Go! Adam Fichu makes it 3-3, ties it up. Stuck it behind the defense. A junior from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, makes it 3-3, and the Falcons, who fell down 3-0 in the first period, in the first 10 minutes, have tied this thing up at 3 apiece. A 4th goal of the season for Fichu. His 7th point. His last goal was on the 8th of December against Stevens Point. His other goal before that was against River Falls on the 27th of October. Fichu, a huge game-changing goal. This thing is back to even. Assist goes to Adkins. Brumwell trying to make something happen on offense. A puck goes up and right into the glove of Evan Klein. We'll have another face-off on a frozen puck. This game has had ups and downs of all kinds. Ejections. 5-minute major penalties. 3-0 leads, 3-3 ties, 3-0 runs. It's been crazy on all fronts. A typical game in the NCHA these two teams play. One of the most interesting conferences in college hockey. And an icing call. We'll head down to the other side of the ice. And anyone can beat anybody on any night of the week. Adrian and St. Norbert, surely the class of this conference, but any of these teams can rise up. We talked about Lawrence beating MSOE last night. They came into this game with a lot of momentum, but the Falcons, they answered the call and have come to play here tonight in period number 3. We got 15 minutes left in a tie game. Lawrence making some waves on the right side. Lane King, who has all 3 of the goals. Coppinger put one near net, but it went wide left. Here comes Adkins. Adkins down the right side. Adkins trying to center off Hahn. Skate. Pearson tried to clean it up. Rebound. But turned away. Hahn, if he just would have turned around, he might have been able to knock it in. But to no avail. Excitement, that's it. Goal on the right side. He's looking to center. And Guerra had a chance. But nice job by Evan Klein to get in front of that one. It has been an all-out barrage on Klein in the last period. And 5 minutes. Ever since the start of the second period, the Falcons turning on offense. And they came after Klein, and Klein has had a tough time, that's for sure. They've been excellent tonight, but it's been tough sledding in goal. 14 minutes left. Gall pushes it forward. Now Guerra. That one gets poked away. Now near center ice. Phelan goes forward now, 1-on-2. Guerra with space. Couldn't get a good shot off. And a penalty. High stick. That's going to be on number 24, Zach Briscoe. Briscoe, a freshman from Kensington, Maryland. 3 goals, 2 assists on the season. So a 2-minute power play for the Falcons. They have been unsuccessful in all of their power plays, except they did score a shorthanded goal in this game. And puck cleared out of bounds.
Lawrence penalty comes at the 6:18 mark on number 24, Zach Briscoe. 2 minutes for a high stick.
So we're going to face off left circle Falcons offensive zone. Dante Hahn in there against Lane King. King wins it, clears it. To the Vikings. Romagnac has it right behind his net. Esselman. Up with Garvey. Garvey in center. Esselman to his left, passes it back to Pearson. Pearson has speed. Right side Hahn. Pass poked away, though. Nice defensive play by Copplinger. Right side of the wall now. Team's fighting for it. Menninger pokes it away. Back to Esselman. Now Gainey. Up to Garvey. Right side with it now, Hahn. Hahn up to Esselman near the blue line. Back down to Hahn, right circle. Left side, Garvey. Shot deflected and cleared away. .56 seconds left in the power play. 12:30 left in period number 3. Guerra. Dumps it down right side. Taylor Gall looking for space. Spins around. Now up to Barker. But that one cleared out again by Lawrence. Puck sliding across the backboard to the Falcon defensive zone yet again. 35 seconds left in the power play. Gall up the center of the ice. Working to his left. He has space. And he goes slamming into the boards. His helmet kind of popped off. Hopefully he's all right as well, and now a whistle. Gall's helmet is falling off, and he goes skating out onto the bench. Being attended to by the training staff. That one looked nasty. So hopefully Gall can be all right. He's been a big part of this game for the Falcons, being attended to. So 22 seconds left in the man advantage for the Falcons. Dante Hahn the face-off. He wins it. Right side, Barker has it. He's got space. Throws one on net, rebound, no one's there. Adkins left side. Adkins charges in wrister, no good. Barker gets it back. Nice pass. Hahn to Pearson. Up top, Pillay, and yikes, that was a miss hit. Power play is cleared. Barker, Pearson. Lawrence, oh, great job by Barker to prevent what could have been a one-on-one situation. Got his stick in front of that pass. Hahn again intercepted the pass. Here we go on offense. 3-on-2 for the Falcons. Hahn, left side, wrister, just off. No deflection as, another fight. Here we go. This one is probably the most vicious we've seen all day. These guys swinging at each other. Connor Hogue heavily involved. Dante Hahn as well. Guys still pressing up against the boards. We still have a situation. One player already ejected in this game. It was Switzer for a headbutt. If that was any indication from earlier, We might have something here as well. The refs have already shown that they are not one to deal with aggressive players, and this seems like it warrants multiple penalties. Eric Therrien will head to the box. He's still jawing with Matt Mininger. Both players are in the box. And the refs working out what to do with this situation. This game has been every kind of penalty filled. And we have no idea what's about to happen here. I will say that with Therrien and his helmet off on the bench, we get a full chance to look at his mustache and beard combo, which is fantastic. His picture on the Falcons website looks like an old-timey beard. Wish I could grow something like that. The ref's still deciding what the heck to do. With 11:19 left, we got we got Pillay listening in. Therrien and Mininger, it looks like they're still talking to each other in the box. Connor Hogue is now being directed into the penalty box. So we have two Falcons sitting in the box. Now we have a second Viking as well, and it's going to be Mikkel Jonk. So we have four players in the penalty box. As decisions are still being made. We don't know if we're going to be playing 5-on-5 with just 2 5-minute penalties for each team, or we're going to be playing 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. I'm assuming we'll be playing full-strength hockey with those guys all sitting out for 5 minutes apiece. But we learned much later in the proceedings that Switzer was ejected. It wasn't announced right away. But it doesn't appear like anyone else is getting ejected here tonight. At least right now. Look like we're about ready to resume. We have 5 on each side, and we have 4 guys in the box. 2 for each team. Therrien, Hogue, Jonk, Mininger. It's been a long delay. Trying to work out all the specifics. A lot of standing around here as the refs try to explain to the bench what the heck is going on. The refs want to get this game going back again. And it appears like we're about ready to. For Therrien, he spent a lot of time in the box. 22 penalty minutes. 18 in his last 6 games. 18. In his first 7 games, he only had 4. 18 in his last 6. Crazy. You call that box his home pretty much from now on. Centering pass. Brumwell had a look at it. Kicks it back out to Esselman. Esselman with it near mid-ice. Chance, middle for the Falcons. It looks like every player is going to have 4 minutes in the box. So every player in the box has 4 minutes. That's where we're at right now. 10 minutes remaining in this one. Falcons with a chance here on offense. Here they come. Adkins leading off, dumps one down off the pads of Klein. Another chance, Atkins sliding in there. Tried to get one up and in. Esselman right side. Barker, he has a look. Hahn, rebound chance, no good. Barker right side. 9:50 remaining. Pearson knocks a pass down. Now an awkward play. It looked like off the stick there, but it ends up going right back into the Falcons' possession. Barker forward. Guerra. And a shot by Gainey goes right into the glove of Klein. And we'll get a stoppage with 9:38. So with 7:19, all four of those players will be eligible to come off the penalty box, come out of the penalty box and back to their respective benches. Well, keep that in mind. So 7:19. Pass goes off the boards down to the Falcons' offensive zone. They call it ice. So we'll head back. The Falcons' offensive zone here and get another face-off with 9:30 left. Faucheux wins that one back to Garvey. Garvey flings one off the backboards. Guerra fighting for it, left wall. Wins it, but it gets poked out. Garvey does put a stop for it and gets back to the center line. Flicks it off the boards. Flings around. Garvey gets hit pretty hard. And here comes Lawrence on offense. Belke, right side, poked away by the Falcon defense, and Garvey. Garvey against the wall now. Moves forward, past center ice. Up to Guerra. No offside call. Faucheux. Guerra trying to find each other, cannot. Now Lawrence has it on their sticks. Austin Frank up the ice, up the center. Knocked away mid-ice. Decker almost had a steal. 8:40 left. Barker tries to pick it up. Instead it goes on to the 6 of Lawrence. They have a chance here. Shot goes wide right. Danny Toyson. Romaniuk has to stop another one. This one's straight. Another hit after the whistle here. Esselman getting some aggression out with Toyson. I don't know if the refs will hand out more penalties here. I'm not sure if they want to hand out any more penalties. It was a massive ordeal handing out all 8 of those other ones. I had to do some quick math there. A lot of penalties to handle off in one play. Decker face-off win. But it goes back to Lawrence. Shot goes wide left that time off the stick of Drinkard. This time a shot by Lawrence. Phelan. Romaniuk swallows it up and gets another puck free. He's got about a minute left on those guys in the box. Dante Hahn has it. Chance for it in the circle. Lawrence wins the faceoff. Romaniuk behind that, looks to clear it off, scoop it away. Needs to get back in the net real quick. Lawrence sends it across the backboards. Esselman across the backboards as well. Adkins puts a stop to it. Esselman now has it behind his own net. Up to Pearson. Pearson flings it along. Now Dante Hahn. Him and Atkins working together. One-timer Hahn! A wrister just off the glove of Klein. Hahn trying to make something happen. A quick, deep move, but couldn't make anything forward. Now centering pass to Atkins gets tipped away. Pass by Lawrence into the Falcons' offensive zone, but now passed back into the Lawrence defensive zone. Fighting between the blue lines, both teams here. Now Gauld, who's back on the ice after dealing with crashing into the wall, creates a chance. Guerra had one as well, but that one got turned away. 7 minutes remain. Gauld with it. Center. but Gainey couldn't make anything of it. Lawrence puts one forward. Past the blue line. Dumped into the Falcon defensive zone. Falcons looking to corral it. 6:30 left. And an icing. All the players are good to come out of their boxes. Everyone is eligible to return. All those penalties are wiped. Falcons, Hogue, Tarian will both come back on, be paired with Fashu on the ice, the frontliners. Esselman and Garvey, the backliners. Hogue playing with spirit. Already has one goal in this game and gets it to Tarian. Tarian trying to send him to Fashu. Fashu trying to poke one in there right past Klein, but he couldn't quite get it. Fashu still controlling. He has a goal in this game as well. This has been the best line for the Falcons tonight. Here comes Lane King. He's got all 3 goals. But that one's taken away and the Falcons have it. Connor Hogue into center ice. And back to Menninger. Menninger with just under 6 minutes to play on his stick. Gets pounded into the wall. Romagnac. Hand it off to Garvey. Garvey up. Across, dumps it into the other zone. Merritt has it. Spins around, puts one near net. Off of Klein's hand. Cleared out. Pillay. Back to Decker. Decker flings it forward. 5:20 left. Merritt. Up to Brumwell. Brumwell looking to center. That one got deflected. Now a shot left side. Pillay. Decker now has a chance. Decker sends one near net. Klein, though, gloves it. Another frozen puck at 4:57. Klein scooped it up. And now Dante Hahn will battle for it in the face-off circle. Against Phelan. Barker. Hahn wins it. We're ending up with it, and a bad play in transition by Lawrence could open something up for the Falcons. Dante Hahn! Yeah, big save by Klein. Pillay. That one deflects off a couple sticks. Goes to the back wall. Lawrence now has it. Knocked in the middle of the ice, right down. Now Taylor Gall. Gall with Barker. Barker, chance! Oh! Just misses. Another great save by Klein. And Klein has been incredible in this game. He's given up 3 goals, but he's made countless unbelievable saves to keep Lawrence tied in this one. He has had a huge test tonight against a prolific, difficult, and deep Falcons offense. Dante Hahn, one of the leaders of this team, said this has got to be one of the deepest teams in the conference. Also one of the most tight-knit. These guys, especially the group of sophomores, Hahn, Adkins, and Pearson, have been the core of this program now for 2 years. The other guys like Fashu and Hogue, Gall the junior, all 3 of them juniors. Massively important to this Falcon attack, and just so many names you can mention on this team. And guys that are injured as well, they're not even playing tonight. Stefan Seal, he's a junior forward from Ivanmire, British Columbia. 6'6", 210. Last year, 38 points in 43 career games. He has the best points per game over a career out of any Falcon. He has double-digit assists in his last 2 seasons, 12 and 14. Stefan Seal, he got hurt 2 games into this season. He's not even playing tonight. Imagine if the Falcons had him as well. Incredible talent on this Falcon team. And they don't even have their best center. Gainey. Four minutes, 10 seconds left. Up top to Esselman. Guerra, a chance in front of net. Knocked away by the defenders. Esselman now has it. Works to his left. Gold trying to create space. Flings it across the backboards to Guerra. Guerra. Up top, Gold. Gold, wrister, blocked away. Lost in the thick of this is Romaniuk has not given up a goal since the first period, 10 minutes in. Gave him up all early. Since then, he's been complete clean sheet. Bashu flings it forward. Connor Hogue trying to slice in there. With a whistle and a stoppage and a face-off with 3:13 left. Approaching that time of the game where things are going to get incredibly fast as both teams do not want to see this go to overtime. They want to win it in regulation. Face-off won by the Vikings, but Connor Hogue comes in right behind the net and tries to win it back for the Falcons. Eventually it pops out. Now a 3-on-2 chance for the Vikings, but a bad pass behind the skater. Loses that chance for the Vikings. Falcons have it back on their sticks. Here comes Dante Hahn. He's got a 2-on-1 chance. Puts one up for Tarian. Can't quite communicate. Dante Hahn. Back center. Pearson. Shot deflected. Couldn't get a good shot off anyway. Barker kicks one forward. Scooped up by Lawrence and Montemurro. 2:30 remaining. Still tied 3-3. Sold away in transition. A chance for McDermott, who's back on the ice after he went to the locker room. A vicious hit into the boards. Dante Hahn goes forward. Pass goes a little bit wild. Now a center for Atkins. Atkins almost put that one in. Hahn. Now back to Pearson. Ooh, a pass for Atkins. No one was quite there, though, to clean it up. 2 minutes left. Hahn. Back to Pearson. Pearson working behind net. Trying to find Atkins to get it out of there. Atkins does back up to Hahn. Still fighting against the boards. Hahn has to clear that one out. Does. Up to Garvey. Garvey from the blue line. That one's knocked away by a couple defenders. Garvey does prevent it from getting cleared out. Now Pearson will just dump it as a line change. As that one gets effectively cleared. 1:30. Buck again trying to clear out. Does get to the Falcons zone. Garvey has it on his stick. Forward for the Falcons. 1:20 left. Decker. And they get caught up in Decker and a tackle and a whistle. Because clearly Decker was on the ground scuffling with Mikkel Yonk. And Yonk has been involved in about every whistle that's happened tonight. No penalty for either side. Just kind of tied up on the ice. Face-off win for Lawrence near their blue line. Guerra trying to give it chase, but Lawrence still has it. 1 minute remaining. Lawrence in their offensive zone. Falcons get it right back with Gainey. Gainey to Gold. Gold and Guerra working together. They got a trailer. Play! That one deflected away by Klein. 49 seconds. This game not over. Shot too high. Romaniuk watches it go over his head. 39 seconds. Guerra trying to go forward. Lawrence has it near center ice. Romaniuk gets it on his glove. Does not stop play. Pillay has it. Falcons line change. Here they come. Tarian. Hogue on the ice. Their best line of the game. Pillay still has it near center. Works it back, 21 seconds. Esselman up to Foshu. Foshu behind the Falcons back line. Throws it forward. Out of net. Klein swings it around. Foshu right side. Cleared away by Lawrence. They have 6 seconds. Can they get something here? Chance left side. Great defensive play, no whistle. Garvey, and that'll do it for regulation. So we have one period, the first period with 3 goals for Lawrence. Period 2, 2 goals for the Falcons. Period 3, 1 goal for the Falcons to tie it up, and it's going to send us into overtime. A quick break, and we'll start overtime here in just 2 minutes. Three to 3 and headed to OT. That's the situation we have between the Falcons and the visiting Lawrence Vikings on a Saturday night in the Ozaki Ice Center. It's been a crazy game. Lawrence took a 3-0 lead early in the first period, just 10 minutes in. The Falcons have climbed back slowly ever since. They've dealt with the ejection of Jake Switzer, their sophomore defenseman. And they're still hanging in there, looking to improve to 5-3 in NCHA play. And looking to go to 9-4-2 on the season, prevent back-to-back losses, and stop the momentum of Lawrence. Pearson left side. He's got a chance to end it right now. Can't quite, and Hahn couldn't get the rebound. Lawrence the other side. 5 minutes of this OT period. Before we have a draw. Stolen away in transition. Here comes Lawrence, 3-on-2 chance. And a shot stopped by Aromagnac. It seems like Lawrence can only rely on King. Lane King, who has an alleged hat trick in this game. It's been argued by some he doesn't. Argued by others he does. His second goal might have caught the stick of Austin Frank. Right now it's listed as King. But King is the only one that's really scored tonight as Romagnac stops another one right off the faceoff. By the way, stats. The Falcons have attempted 75 shots. 75 shots. 45 of those have been on target. 13 blocks, 17 off. 42 shots saved by Evan Klein. Klein just came off a 39 save game against MSOE, had 44 earlier in the season against River Falls. So not quite a season high yet. He does have 43 in this game. 2 more would give him so. Gainey flings it. Now he gets it back on the left side. 3:44 remaining. The ref crashed into the boards. Offside warning and We getting a penalty here? I don't believe so. We're going to face off right near the blue line. Foshu in there trying to win a face off against Lane King. King wins it. Up the ice goes Lawrence. Falcons trying to get it back. Lawrence behind their own net right now. Or behind the Falcons net, I should say. 3:20 remaining in the OT period. Garvey. Falcons have controlled the puck for a majority of the second, third, and overtime periods. Therrien, forward, knocked away. Foshu fighting for it. Back to Therrien, center, good chance! Turned away. 3 minutes remaining. Esselman, forward to Foshu. Now to Hogue. 2-on-1. Hogue can't end it. Pillay dumps it down, Falcon line change. 2:48. Falcons in their defensive zone. Pillay. Forward, trying to find Adkins. Adkins fighting forward. Goes on to the stick of Lawrence. Turnover. But the Falcons get it right back. Here comes Dante Hahn. 3-on-3. Hahn crosses the blue line. Tries to put one on. Off the pole. Cleanup job for Adkins. Just wide left. Hahn has it. Hahn up top to Pillay. Dumps it down to Adkins. Adkins left to the circle. Goes right side with it. Barker. Shot deflected. 2 minutes left. Hahn. Center. Barker. Clean up. Pearson. Goal. Game. 4-3 Falcons win. Rebound goal for Pearson. And the Falcons win a stunner here at the Ozaki Ice Center. They fall down 3-0 and climb back to a 4-3 OT win. The Falcons move to 9-4-2, 5-3 in conference. A huge win over the Vikings on a Saturday night. Games don't get much better than that. Jim Pearson ends it. His 5th goal of the season. 1:56 was left in the OT period. This is a hard-fought game on both sides, with many fights fought on both sides. Now, both teams shake hands, but I'm sure some words were exchanged as well. Incredible game. Exciting on all fronts. And a great way to start action again as a 2018 part of this season kicks off. The Falcons lose last night but avenge that loss with a 4-3 thriller victory here at home. That'll do it. Signing off. The Falcons take it 4-3.